Hey everybody, Alex and Jerry from Radtime.
Yo, yo, yo!
And we're here today, we're looking at the Judge Dredd by PCS. This is the Mega City exclusive. It's a run of 200. We're going to run through it, we're going to let you know what we think, weigh it, measure it, the whole shebang. So keep watching, guys. Boom.
Yo, welcome. Like Alex was saying, we're going to go over this piece. It was brought to us by a good friend Gary Speed to review. Hey, he's over there.
Hello everyone, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. What we're going to be doing, let's quickly go through the box. The piece is it's a new pop culture shock piece, but is before the changes of the new factory. So we're going to go over it, we're going to give it our honest opinion, but we've got to bear in mind that changes are afoot. So hopefully we'll look forward to brighter days. What have you got there?
Well, no, I was just looking at the postcard. So this basically is...
the postcard, is it?
One of the things
be?
which Pop Culture Shock do, which I do actually really like. This is the card, which has the edition size. Also has the has Jerry Macalusso's signature on there.
You can get some nice frames for these as well.
I actually think these look really, really nice with the statues on display. A lot of the guys with the Street Fighter collections have these, and they got them in front. And
put them in like a river frame or a...
These are really nice touch.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
It's just like
and this is a really low run, like
6x4. Yeah.
What is it like?
This is of 200, so this is number 16 of 200.
Nice low run. Let's go on to the box. So we've got the artwork on the box. Bit of a close up of his face. I mean, my God, that's a bit of an ugly face, isn't it? He doesn't ever look pleased, does he, Dredd? But it is quite accurate to the comic and to the film. It's funny because this actually comes with a couple of heads, but one looks more like comic book and the other film, which we'll run through. And you've got some nice artwork on the side. And you've got, I am the law.
You're the law.
He's always got a little bit of pro infection, isn't he? Oh, that's not bad. I mean, it's probably the right face behind the beard, though. No.
Yeah.
And then obviously the carpet does match the curtains, and that is the number. And there you are.
Yeah.
Not a bad box. Been pretty good nick, surprisingly.
Apart from you just throw it on the floor and slid it across.
Just broke it. Yeah, it's fine.
You just
I'm wearing my gloves.
You okay?
Slippy. So you've got to be careful. This is one thing about these gloves. They're not really well thought out because I don't think you could get a more slippery pair of gloves to touch something with, to be honest. So yeah, we'll
I actually use them to
lose those.
to clean my doors.
Yeah, don't want to.
Doors.
Okay, so this is the piece. Now, unfortunately for Gary, he ran into a few issues with this piece when it arrived. There was a few bits of damage. So we have the thank you, Mr. Speed. We have the exclusive portrait.
Thank you, Debbie McGee.
And there you can see it come like that. It's scuffed in a few places on the nose, and the helmet actually comes off, and it looks like a heavily deformed Bruce Willis. Apologies, but so we will be hopefully Gary will be able to get a replacement with no issues because the new guys are taken over. So unfortunately, I think that's the movie one, no?
That looks like him, yeah.
It looks like the movie one a little bit more, no? So.
And then also there's these. I couldn't really make sense of what Gary was telling me.
As usual,
he said that there was a clip on the back with rope or something, and from the sound of it, it does sound like cable ties they use to cuff people, because that's normally like a riot gear.
Yeah, sure.
So again, Gary was telling me, and I didn't really make sense of what he was saying.
So under there, you can see there's a little bit of a breakage underneath his belt, can't you? Okay, start on the base. Now we get off the unpleasantness. Let's start on the base and work our way up.
So the base basically looks like a rooftop, or so I'd say.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got all the bullet holes on the roof, the wall here.
He ain't making too much of an effort to duck, is he? Let's be honest, the people are firing at him.
He ain't afraid.
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid.
Yeah.
So it's all the bullet holes here. Again, it's a rooftop. It's not really.
That's nicely painted. There's some nice spots, some rain stainage going on, some cracks.
Yeah.
The bullet marks actually are quite well highlighted. You know, where you can actually see the exposed internal, colours of the wall, which is nice because in fairness it's quite
well put.
Thank you. It's quite dark the outside, so you can see the fresh sort of chalk like marks on it. It looks really nice. It's not the most exquisite of pieces. It was you've got some grout and bits and pieces.
Again, it's what the the images look like, prototype and things.
Wow, that's a quirky voice. That is fucking Darth Vader.
So it was basically what the prototype was like. So that is what.
The funny thing with this is when we got out, we had to actually. I mean, I was not too pleased when I started going through the figure because I felt that it was lacking a lot of. I think it just looked like it's all just one colour and one, tool to do all the texturing. But it was quite heavily dusty. We don't know why that is, because Gary had it, he unboxed it and checked it, and then he put it back. But it looks like it's been left like in a warehouse for at least a week or so, maybe longer. We had to really dust it to expose some of the better details on it. So going through, we start at the bottom and working our way up from the feet. I mean, it's very accurate to the movie. I think that from afar, it may look like it lacks a little bit of colour, which in fairness, accurately it does. There are some green shades in sort of around the knees sort of pads, you know what I mean, there. And, you know, there are maybe elements of slightly shaded black, but it is very heavily matted sort of colour.
I think it is all the same kind of matte colour, but I do think there is a lot of sculpt there. I do think there is, you know, there's a detailing on the boots, there is the green parts here, the green parts here.
Very faint,
and then
really faint.
Yeah, the sole. But then also you have, like, as you work up, you've got the straps. And this kind of boot, it almost reminds me of the kind of detailing you had when you had like the G.I. Joe boots, where it was all kind of one plastic, but everything was the same colour. It does almost have that feel to it.
Yeah.
As you do go up, you do kind of have the kind of motorbike trousers here, so you've got like leather on there, which has got the different panels on there. Again though, it's all pretty much the same colour. As you go into the inside of the leg, you've got the sculpt, you've got the stitches there. I think the sculpt is really nice. I think the sculpt is there, but I just think that it looks like it's all painted and they've just gone like that, gone matte black and sprayed it. I don't think there's any separation in the colour as such.
Or at least enough. There probably isn't enough.
Then again, I mean, he is in tactical gear, so he's meant to be all kind of dark and stealthy.
I mean, the bat, like the belt parts. You know, there's elements of green on there, and you know, you've got the badge at the front with the eagle crest and all that, and you've got like some grenades. The grenades in the back, and this is like a flip knife, some type of knife in his pocket.
The grenades on the back, got the clips. And then you've got these kind of discs as well, they're bombs as well, they use as I think flashbangs or something. I think that they are, you know, there is a separation on there a little bit, but still all the greens are exactly the same, all the blacks are exactly the same, all the golds. The thing is, it's tough because though he is in a uniform, so the greens are meant to be the same, the blacks are meant to be the same because it's uniform,
of course.
And he is meant to be stealth, so it's tough in that respect, you know.
It is. I mean, I definitely, for me, if you're looking for like a piece that's going to be like make a big statement and stand out in your collection, this isn't it, because I really think that this will get lost alongside. I mean, you'll probably be okay with movie-based pieces that are like, you know, clouded in realism, but there is definitely something quite dull about this, and in keeping with the film, because the film's quite dark.
Right.
It's grotty and grimy, and it definitely has that feel to it, and I think it is, you know, fairly movie accurate from what I can tell. I do love the film a lot, and I definitely think for a movie collector, it's a decent piece to have. And I actually quote Riali on this, Michael, when he said he loves the silhouette of it, which is basically, you know, you know instantly it's Dredd. You look at it and it's got its presence and it's got his look, and that part of it's done really well. I just really think that for the level of detail that is on this piece, of all the parts and stuff, I think it's lacking. I think it's lacking seriously in the paint. I really think that they could have exposed more of the textures with a little bit of different colours. I don't feel this has been painted to the best it could be. I think that the greens are subtle, but they don't have to be as subtle as that. You know, the difference between the what do you call them, magazines and the belt are minimal. The difference between the greens and the blacks are minimal. The difference between the leather trousers and the body armour, they're almost the same. And I just feel like that's a little bit of a shame. I don't feel that this has been painted to the best it could have been done. I really think, you know, it could have been done a lot better. My highlights though, of it, really, I really like the shoulder pads, especially. They stand out nicely. I like the back of it, and I think this needs to be under some heavy lighting really. So this is the best it's going to look, because this is Christmas tree territory we're in. You put this in a display, a Besta with no lights, you might as well forget it's even there, because you're not going to see it.
No, I agree that the gold has been done very well. I mean, the detailing on this shoulder pad, they got like a real like kind of like almost like a bronzy kind of look to that, like a brassy.
Like it was real and it was
and
new
it's
once and it's weathered its times.
I do think that's been done really well, and I do think that's probably the part that easily could have been done and failed on. Even the belt buckle on the front, I think the colour on that is really good. And then the Dredd, the gold's done very, very well. Just like again, we looked over the classic Kratos by Sideshow the other day, and anything gold or silver was sloppy as hell, and it can easily be messed up by a lot of companies. But again, I mean, you got the detail in the zip here, which looks quite nice. But again, it's just it's all the black, which is just no separation between any of it. It's just
you want a Struve man, a white one. Or a white Vesta. Don't put this in a black Vesta. It'll be camo. It'll be so camouflage. You won't see the fucking thing. You only have the red things of the eyes will stand. I think the portrait as well. I think I don't like the gun. I don't like the gun, and I don't like this one either. I think it lacks any realism or detail on it. I think it looks awful personally.
But again, I mean, with the gun here, I mean, this arm fits like a glove. Fits really, really well. But this one, there is actually a really poor join on there. The seam. Not great at all.
Yeah.
So when you put that on there, there's quite a big gap. Probably a couple of mil, a couple of millimeters between.
Definitely isn't seamless.
You may not see it. That's definitely bad on
it. Definitely, it comes up and it looks.
Again, I don't know why that's
bad.
It's pretty bad. I mean, I think in a lucky way, the hand down does look a lot better.
Yeah, it's definitely cleaner.
That's kind of the pose you would go for anyway. But
yeah.
It would be nice if you could actually display the both ways without
any issue.
But then again, the magnets are pretty strong.
They are strong, yeah.
So
they work in fine. It's a key issue a little bit, I think.
Even if you mess around with it and you push it in, I still don't think it fits great.
No.
No.
I mean, even things like that. I mean, you just look at the green glove compared to the handle, and it's almost invisible. I mean, you could really do something. I mean, that's almost invisible. That you can barely see that.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, they do complain about normally though, and they've gone the other way, and he does have his finger on the trigger.
He does. It is through the trigger without any issue, 100%.
So that's one something you do normally complain
about. I do like that. That's nice.
There is actual,
I really like this post more.
A little bit of detail there, where again you've got to look really hard to see it, but the green glove and the black strap does break up a little bit, but still. I'm clutching here. I'm clutching straws to try and find.
I think that the best part of it is, like I was saying, I think it's accurate, and I think they've captured the character and the film quite well. And I actually like both portraits a lot. Yeah. I think that helmet and that's the highlight for me, is that chin and that sort of face that he makes is spot on. And I really am liking the battle damage and the colours on the top of that helmet. The reds, there's silver scratches in it. It's a nice metallic black with the gold on the front. I really like that. That is a standout. This and the bit of the silhouettes. I really feel like someone could really bring this to life with a custom paint job. I don't know if this is one of the bad factories they used or what the situation is, but I really, I'm very underwhelmed by this paint.
The thing is though, the paint is not sloppy. The paint covers where it needs to cover. It doesn't go over any part, but that's because
it's no sloppiness. But how can you stop it? It's the same fucking colour.
It's just that it does need separation, and it does need some kind of shading in parts. And it does need the paint to bring out the fact that it's leather and it's material, and it just doesn't have that.
Yeah, right. I agree.
So it's tough. So what do you want to do? Do you want to measure it, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a go.
Are you going to get take the scales?
Yeah.
Might as well get the scales out.
Alright, let's do this fast. Okay, so let's get on to the measurement. Let's see what we got.
I think that looks like detox territory.
Totally. I think it's around, is that on line with you, the top black over his head?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got 21 inches here, which is around 53.5 centimetres. If you're going from the widest point, I actually think it's the 2 points of this base, not his arms. So I would say you're going to need around 12 inches of clearance.
Well done.
Yeah, I weigh 2 kilos at home. I need to work out more. I mean, that's 11. I think that's about 11 inches, so around 28 centimeters, and depth back at the foot. So the point here, and again, you're looking at around about 12 inches again, 12 and a half, I'd say. 12 and a half, 32 centimeters.
Yeah. All right. So if we then zero that, because someone was leaning on it.
You ready?
I'm always ready.
What's your guess?
I think they're going to be quite. It's going to be. Oh, that's heavy for the size.
Yeah, what do you think? That's why I told you I struggled to move them down gloves on.
6.5, 7.
8 kilos. 8.2. 7.45.
Yeah. So 7.45 kilos, which is 16.4 pounds, which actually is good weight.
It is a very good weight.
You know the. If you look at.
I think it's heavy enough, isn't it? I mean, if that was any heavier, it would be unnecessarily heavy. That's a perfect weight. You pick it up, it feels premium. It feels like it's, you know, it's valuable. Yeah. That's what you want.
I think that's a solid weight. I mean, that's the kind of weight you would like for the piece.
Yeah.
I think as a kind of conclusion for this, I don't think it's a terrible piece. I think that if you actually, you know, if you had all these pieces intact, so you actually had the head, you know, so it wasn't broken. And you had it all there. I think then you also had
the seam
on the back, the seam on the arm, and then also a bit more sort of difference in the paint. I think it could have been quite an alright piece.
It could have been a very good piece.
I reckon, but I just think that there are these few issues which, unfortunately, do bring it down a bit, and I do feel a little bit sorry for old Speedy for it. Hopefully, he can get it all sorted out, and hopefully, if he does get a new body or whatever they need to do for that. Thing on the back and the new head. Maybe the new body will be painted different. I don't know.
Hopefully. I mean, what do you? Let's take our panel.
Oh man!
Since we've got them, let's use them.
Yeah. So Speedy, James, wake up. Okay. Everyone's like falling asleep here.
Coffee. Yeah.
Cafe day.
Well,
What do you tell us? What you know?
Tell us what you know. Where are the plans?
I'm not going to lie. I am gutted and a little bit disappointed that it's come out the way it has, with the damage to the head and the bit that's been snapped off the back.
Because you found it rolling around in the box, didn't you?
Yeah, I found it rolling around the box just before we even opened it. So, you know, with this being my first piece from PCS as well, it's, you know, it has been a bit deflating, to be honest with you.
It's been a bit emotional.
Yeah. You know, I just hope that, you know, this can get sorted out, so, you know, get the piece that I've actually, you know, paid and wanted for. Also, you know, with the gun arm up as well, the seam on that's terrible. I mean, I could pick dart for tunnel through the gap of that. It looks absolutely shocking. So I am very disappointed.
You say like Brooklyn Bridge or something. I don't know what Dartford Tunnel is.
But,
Brooklyn Bridge.
Apart from that, I mean, I like the pose. I just want to get it fixed, really.
Yeah, I know. I feel your pain, man. So talk to me, Riley. What are we saying?
What about the pieces?
Yeah. Well, not about me, man. We know we love it.
and stuff. Yeah. Well, you can tell it's Dredd. You can be across the street. I mean, the Dredd is nailed. The silhouette's there, his pose, everything's there. Regarding the paint on it, just needs another 10%. 10% of definition, shading.
Yeah, I agree. I'd have probably said 30%, but I'll give you the 10.
Yeah,
no, you're nicer guy.
The argument is very minimal, and Alex's argument is stealth.
Yeah.
But with a statue, you need that definition. You want to see that it's leather. You want to see all these things. So, in its defence, you know, like I said,
some things can just be a little too accurate, though, can't it? To put in statue form.
Yeah.
So you know, again, sometimes it just doesn't translate. What do we reckon, James, from an artistic point of view? What are we saying?
I feel sorry for Gary. I do feel very sorry for Gary.
See, everyone thinks it's bad.
The seam on that up arm is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Absolutely unacceptable. I think the holder on his leg,
Yeah.
the gun looks like plastic. Looks like hard plastic.
Yeah.
If that was my first piece from PCS, I'd think twice
Yeah.
about anything else from them. I really would. I think it.
But this is the problem they're facing now as well, isn't they? Because these pieces are coming out. They're still cleaning up old mess, and this is part of that old mess, unfortunately.
I mean, I think Michael's right with the silhouette, with the figure, with the pose. It's undeniably Dredd from the movie and also from a comic standpoint. I think his comic portrait is really good. I even think his normal portrait, it wasn't shipped to friggin' hell, was really, really good.
Yeah, I agree.
But I agree with it. I agree with Mike. I think 10% more to the detail, to the overall finish, and it would have been spot on.
Perfect. Oha!
All right, so what we do there is we'll finish up, and thanks for watching, guys. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, share. Let us know what you think of the piece. If you have the piece, let us know if you like it. Let us know what you display it with. Let us know anything. Let us just write, tell us your name. Tell us hello. You know.
Let us know also if any of you, if you have the same issue with the scene, whether you had any loose parts in the box. Is this just a one-off? Because we always like to know. It's important. You know, it's we know that Pop Culture Shock are going through some changes at the moment, and they're really trying to put their best foot forward. And it's very difficult from a review point that we don't kick them while they're on the floor trying to fix things they're trying to do. The problem with this piece, it is not part of their new factories. It is something they are trying to change, and we wish them all the best of luck. At the same time, we can't sit here and tell you it's perfect when it's not, because it's not who we are. Yeah. We try our very best, and we want to see them succeed. But at the same time,
unfortunately, it's the same as the ninja reviews.
It is. Unfortunately, it is much better than those fucking ninjas.
No, but I'm saying the ninjas got some kind of some stick.
Yeah, they've got some heat, and they're trying to change it, and I think they will do it they'll do it justice. They've gone in to fix it, and hopefully it'll work. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
I already said that.
Peace.
Bye bye.
No, not that type of statue. It's a statue whereby it's like a snow globe, alright? And it's got the Yamakasi.
Nakatami Plaza, you fuck knock. God damn it. Nakatami Plaza. Damn it, Gary.
I assume you stop and stand.
You know I'm wearing my cool bean socks from Mum gave me.
I get him. Oh yeah, she's gone for you.
Yeah, she did get them for me. We were laying there in bed, and I said, I fucking really need some socks. She was like, I'll get you some cookies coffee.
It's like, Julie, you won't put the fucking heat on.
Is a proper sushi bar go round the outside and you can pick things off it? Does it? Does it go round? Because I want to go to one of them places, but I hate sushi. I won't pick nothing up, I'll just watch them go round.
Waving around your fucking wine gloves like you're climbing a ladder, you cunt.
Climbing a ladder? It's a rope in it, it's a rope in it. We're lassoing.
Oh,
I thought they were all in a box, mimes.
I need to go for a walk. Yo, everybody! Yo!
Why don't you come up with your own shit? Come up with your own shit. Come up with your own fucking tagline, motherfucker. I don't hear any young kids doing your fucking tagline. Hi, everybody. Or, wait a minute, what is it you say all the time?
Everybody, Alex and Jim, Rad Time.
Yo,
You white glove motherfucker. Right.
I'm only wearing these because they fit.
Yeah. Good on you, Mickey Mouse.